Module 1, Lecture 2. In this lecture, we will study about the concept of organization development and the nature and basic assumptions of it. Organization development. Organization development comprises of a special set of organizational change methods. It is a planned, systematic process of organizational change based on behavioral science, research, and theory. The goal of organization development is to create adaptive organization capable of transforming and reinvesting themselves so as to remain effective. It is based on many well-established principles regarding the behavior of individuals in the organization. Let us now look at the nature and scope of organization development. Organization development is a long-term effort. It takes a long time to bring about these changes. Secondly, it is supported and sponsored by the top management. Third, OD is a learning process. Fourth, OD is a visioning process. This is because once the process of organization development starts, in the starting, we do not know about what exactly is the problem. So the ODS process basically investigates the problem and then comes up with solution. It is an empowerment process because it gives power in the hands of the people, employees who are involved in the change process. It is a contractual relationship. Next, it requires a change agent. Now this change agent actually works as a catalyst. The change agent may be an internal change agent or an external change agent. It is in the context of systems approach because if in one place we are bringing about the change, the whole subsystems, all the subsystems get affected in the organization. Next, it is a sponsoring organization, improved organization performance because after organization development process, we expect that the performance is going to improve, and it is a process of self-renewal for the organization from the current maybe dissatisfactory position to a better position which is required by the organization. Coming to objectives of organization development, basically the purpose because of which we are going through the process. Firstly, it helps in deepening the sense of the organizational purpose, the reason for which the purpose was set up, the objectives. So this is better in a better way it is achieved. Second, strengthens the interpersonal trust between organization members, between two teams, and basically between the whole in the whole organization. Third, it encourages problem solving rather than avoiding the problem. So basically addresses the problem, tries to decode it and find out solutions for it. Next, it develops a satisfying work experience. Next, supplements formal authority with knowledge and skill-based authority. It also increases the personal responsibility for planning and implementing because many people are involved in it. All the employees are in some or the other way directly or indirectly involved in this process. And lastly, we can say it encourages the willingness to change. It has been proved that once if you are bringing about the change yourself, or if you are part of any kind of decision, then you are also more committed towards it. Coming to values, assumptions and belief of organization development. Before we move on to the values, assumption and belief of OD, let us just understand what do these words mean. A belief is a proposition about how the world works that the individual accepts as true. Right from the childhood, we have certain beliefs in ourselves. Secondly, we talk about values. Values are also a kind of beliefs, but they are defined as beliefs about what is desirable, What is good is desirable and what is bad is undesirable. So we actually have a sense of the world around us because of the values we are having. And thirdly, assumptions that are believed that are regarded as so valuable and obviously correct that they are taken for granted. So there are some assumptions when we are doing certain things. In similar way, organization development process, when we are doing, then there are some assumptions that we take for doing the process. Coming to firstly OD values. So OD values are improvement in interpersonal competence of each person or team or organization. A shift in values so that the human factors and feelings come to be considered legitimate. So sometimes we see that the human factor and the behavioral aspects are not being taken into consideration. So here this OD process brings it into the forefront. Development of increased understanding between the working groups in the organization to reduce the tension and basic friction between them. So between groups of the organization, it is very important. So for better functioning of these groups. Development of better methods of conflict resolution. So once this friction has been created, so is there a way of dealing with them? So basically here we come up with different ways by which we can resolve the conflict. And also development of organic rather than a mechanical system. So mechanical system doesn't take into consideration behavior patterns, feelings of the people and the other dynamics, but here in organic system there is much emphasis on all these things. Coming to OD assumptions. So assumptions we have understood earlier, things that we take for granted. That is how we make a system and process because few things are already taken for granted that it is going to happen. Firstly, assumption that we will talk about is work must meet the individual need and the organization need. So whatever performance, output, effectiveness of the organization should fulfill the organization needs of course, but also in the same way in the meanwhile also fulfill the individual needs. Secondly, most people are motivated by challenging and meaningful work. So if we give some kind of challenging work to people, then they will work hard towards it and get motivated. Basic building blocks of the organization are groups. So these subgroups that we were talking about, which make the whole bigger organization, so they are building blocks for it. So we have to change each unit to bring about changes in the whole organization. Now organizations suppress the feeling, but this also suppresses the commitment. So if we suppress the feelings of individual employees, then of course the commitment will go down. Now groups that learn to work using open and constructive feedback became better and are able to produce better output. So here if we are coming up with open feedback system, a mechanism where everyone can give their views, so it leads to better output. People work best in supportive and trusting environment. So if there are better relationship between team members, if there are better relationships between different teams in the organization, then we are sure that the output is going to increase. And change is best implemented when all the people are involved in the change process. So that's all for this lecture. Thank you.